right? I will remove limiting words from my vocabulary. Don't speak negative words when you are trading. Don't say, oh, I bet it's going to hit stop loss. It will, and you will watch it hit stop loss, and you will find out that everyone else hits take profit. And you will like find yourself saying, how did my trade hit stop loss but everyone else has hit take profit? Probably you spoke negative words onto it. The markets have a funny way of whatever you project, they will give you 10 times. I promise you. Right? Always speak positively into your markets, into your trades. Right? Have a set of rules that you're gonna obey. Always have confirmations. So the next part of this trading plan, has confirmation checklists. So have a list of confirmations that you look for in the market. So another thing I had to learn as well is that there's no magic strategy when it comes to trading. It actually doesn't really matter what strategy you learn and master, because as long as you're not following the rules, you will always lose that trade, right? I used to think that, if I learn this strategy, if I learn that strategy, I'm going to be an amazing trader. And no, it doesn't even work like that. As long as you have that strategy and you are confirming all of the checklists, all of the points, then yes, you will win that trade, but you have to stay disciplined. You can't get too excited because you're hoping that the market is going to go up and then jump in and then make a mess of things. If it doesn't follow your checklist, do not enter that trade. Be very strict with yourselves, right? Have that as a standard. Have standards when it comes to your trading. I'm not going to enter that trade unless it meets my standard. I remember listening to one educator and he was talking about, when you're going out buying fruit or you're buying vegetables, and he says you wouldn't go and pick up the one that was just a little bit rotten, that was just a little bit smushed. You'd go and find the ripest, the prettiest, the cleanest fruit and apple. Do the same with your trading. Do not compromise just because you want to trade that day. It has to be the best ideal setup, right? And that's another thing that is so, so important. Do not compromise, right? Then you've got your trading journal. So your trading journal is important because it actually documents, what's been going on during the week and what happened, right? So if you've got your dates there, you've got the pair that you traded, buys or sells, you might notice that you actually spot a lot more sells than buys, right? You might notice that you're consistent with using this particular lot size, or you might notice that your percentage of how many pips you're catching is a certain percentage. This is what's going to help you work out what is your ideal setup. Because when you first start out, a lot of people like to ask, how much should I be risking, or how much pip should I aim for? You just have to start trading, and then you'll kind of see what aligns with you, what you can actually meet as a target. Did you meet all of your confirmations? And this most important thing here, did you close the trade yourself, or did you let it hit stop loss or take profit? This is something that, takes a while to kind of overcome. Actually letting the trade do what it needs to do, whether it's hit your stop loss, whether it's hit your take profit. Now, you can obviously, move your stop loss to entry to protect your profits, but manually closing it, I've come to find that actually made me miss out on a lot of take profits because I was scared that I was going to lose out on profits. Put 111 in the chat if that's ever happened to you. You've closed the trade just before it hit take profit because you were scared you were going to miss out, right? Guys, this is all behavior, right? This is why we say that trading is literally, 90% mindset. Because you could literally be in the same trade as someone else and they will win 3 times as much as you just because of you just acting out on emotion. Let the trade do what it needs to do. If you have your take profit there, it's there for a reason. Just let it hit. If it misses it, it's fine. You have protected your profit by moving your stop loss, and just let the trade do what it needs to do. And then see as well, on average, how many pips are you catching? Because again, if you're aiming for 500 pips and you've never caught 500 pips ever on a trade, it's not really a realistic target. But if you know for sure you're always definitely catching 30 pips, make that your target. Because then all you need to do is change your lot size, right? You don't need to catch all the pips in the world. You just need to catch a consistent amount of pips. Because guess what? It doesn't matter if you gain 500 pips and I only gain 20. If I'm using a standard lot, who's going to make more money, right? So don't have it that you have to catch all of the pips. It really is not needed, right? And then, having your risk to reward ratio, just always making sure that you're not risking too much, right? Always making sure that you're reflecting as well on how you felt when you entered that trade. Was it just because, you know, you heard other people trading today and you were like, oh, I haven't traded, and you just jumped in? Was it that you sat calmly and you were reviewing all of your trades, you saw a nice setup and you jumped in calmly? Like, there's a difference between jumping in a trade because of fear of missing out and when you're actually basing it off of your own analysis. Right? And then we come to the juicy bit, right? This is now the money. This is where you're now tracking your balance. Okay. So let's say you actually, oh, why is the format like this? Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to refresh the page. So tracking how much you started with and how much that grows over time is so, so important, because everyone's going to start off with a different target. Everyone's going to start with a different amount in their account as well. So let's say you started off with a small account. Let's say you started off with £100, right? And let's say you wanted to grow that in the week by 20%. I'm just going to wait for it to refresh. So that means that your only target is £20 for that week. And if you're only risking 3%, you're only risking £3, right? Now, £20 a week, you know, that to someone that's trading from a £100 account, that might not seem a lot. But if you look over time, month to month, you're actually doubling your account each month, right? And then by your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by your 6th month, you're almost on 8K just by being disciplined and not over leveraging and not going beyond this 20% per week. So that's really like 5% a day, right? That's really not anything, you know, too high, right? I know definitely it's possible to do more than that, but again, if you keep yourself strict, if you keep yourself disciplined, discipline is what allows people to accumulate money in their trading. Every 7-8 figure trader that I've ever closely listened to, you know, they're really not doing crazy things. They're just literally just staying disciplined. They allow trades to hit their stop loss. They allow themselves to win trades here, lose trades here, but they're always consistent with how much they want to gain each week. They're always consistent with how much they're risking each week, and they're always documenting it. They're always keeping track, right? And there's another part here where you can keep track of, you know, your feelings during the trade in a bit more detail. But with this weekly tracker, you know, you've got here the ideal scenario and you've got here what actually happened. So then you can keep track of where you should be at versus where, you know, you might be right now at the moment. And it could be more or less, you know, you could have exceeded, you know, your targets here, but here you have to like manually enter it. Right? And on the side, you've actually got sites here to help you calculate your pips, right? Because sometimes, you know, depending on what trade you're taking, your pips and your stop losses are going to be different. All right, so you want to make sure you're always using the correct risk management. So if I just grab an example of a trade I was looking at. So this is EuroCAD, risking 36 pips to gain about 300 pips, right? Now, what lot size should I use for my account size? So what I'm going to do for this scenario is I'm going to go back to this site. My account is in GBP. Let's say I have £100 in my account. And let's say, again, I'm only risking 3%. And my stop loss is 36 pips. And the pair I'm trading is EuroCAD. So it's telling me that I should, for risking £3 on my £100 account, only risk 0.01. Right? 0.01 is what I should be risking. And that sounds about right. Sometimes if your stop loss is smaller, let's say that was a 15 pip stop loss, I could risk 0.03. So it really depends on the size of your stop loss, what lot size you can use. So again, the tighter the stop loss, the bigger the lot size, the bigger your profits are going to be. And I'll show you how powerful it is having a smaller lot size. If I was using a 15, you know, I would be able to use a 0.03, right? Meaning that for a trade for 300 pips, if I use this other site called Pip Calculator, so if I enter here 300 pips, and I change that to EuroCAD, and I put 0.03, and I change that to pounds. That's £52 I'd win on that trade. However, if I was using 0.01, that's only £17. See how the difference in what lot size or what your stop loss is can make to you winning or losing how much of that trade. It makes such a huge difference. You could literally triple your account just by having a tighter stop loss. So again, when you're actually placing trades or when you're taking trades or looking at the market, just see if you could actually have a tighter stop loss, because that will make all the difference in how much you could actually risk as well. I'm not going to go into much detail about strategies, because again, it doesn't entirely matter what strategy you're using. Like, don't feel like because you've learned one particular strategy, your trading style is better than anyone else's. First of all, that's not even acting on a good vibration, thinking that you're better than someone else, but it really doesn't matter. It's about your consistency. Now focus on what you're doing. Are you consistent in taking in the education day by day? Have a target of how much training you're going to watch for that week. How many hours are you going to spend on Go Live? And make sure you stay consistent with it. Make sure you're watching videos at the same time every single day so that you don't get thrown off of your schedule, right? Like for me personally, I know I like to watch trading videos in the morning because the rest of my days are quite busy. Or some people might like to watch them in the evening because, again, they have work during the day. Just figure out what works for you and stick to it. Don't make excuses of why you can and cannot, improve your trading style. And the last thing I want to just talk about is Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. So Trading in the Zone, really helped me with my psychology of trading. It's an amazing book. If you can't buy it, I'll definitely recommend listening to the audios on YouTube. They're free. And he basically taught me about how the market doesn't owe you anything. He taught me about, making sure that you're always consistent, having no emotion in the market. It's going to do what it wants to do, right? And all you're doing is just taking little pieces of the pie, right? And this is a big pie, guys, $7.7 trillion a day, right? It is a huge pie. So don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Make sure you're always learning, staying consistent, and always growing your mind with what you can achieve with it, okay? Now, there's also a HFX kind of equivalent with building up your account. Again, if you started off with a $200 account and you're risking, 1% per trade, you're risking for each trade 3%, aiming for 8% for each session, and you were gaining $16, your end session will be $216. And it's telling you to stop if your balance drops to this amount. You can obviously change that. I would definitely wouldn't want anyone to lose that much of their account. But again, the formula is there. You can adjust it. And then that way you keep track of your HFX. I know HFX is much quicker because for each session, you could definitely place a whole lot of trades. But again, having that target, 8%, don't go over it. Once you've done your 8%, close your laptop, trade the next day, right? So guys, just making sure that you don't be greedy, making sure that you are staying consistent, always learning. So I'm just going to hand it back to Montel. Thank you so much for organizing this amazing training for everyone. I hope you guys are excited for all the next speakers that are about to come up. So I just give it back to you, bro.
Wow. Guys, first and foremost, let's go ahead and just drop some thank you in the chat. Let's go ahead and drop some gratitude in the chat for Aggie, guys, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Please, family, right? Please, family. We have to understand what you guys just received, all right? You really just received a blueprint. This is what I call a blueprint, all right? Go and write that down. I just received the blueprint. So many people in life, they don't have a blueprint, right? You may be working a job and you want to make £1 million in life, but that job doesn't give you a blueprint to make £1 million, right? But what Aggie just done, she gave you the blueprint for what it is that you need in life through this opportunity, right? You need $1 million. She just showed you how to compound your account to $1 million. She just showed you a steady plan so you can get to $1 million, right? And the one thing I wanted to really speak about is the reason why our culture and our group is so strong is because people come into this and they're a bit scared of the 180, to start with, and 130 per month, or they're a bit scared of the 250 to start with and 200 per month. But let me tell you this, guys. Imagine if you just made £10 a day for 13 days. That covers the monthly subscription, right? If you're on the Forex basic package, if you're on the HFX package, if you're on the DCX package, right now with the promo, that's only $130 a month. So if you made £13 for 10 days, right? Or you made £10 for 13 days, you would cover that monthly subscription. Okay? And if we was to look at the elite, right, £200 a month, okay? Imagine just making £10 a day for 20 days. And just literally following the game plan, following the blueprint, right? Following the trading plan that my good sis Aggie just gave to you guys. Okay? It's so possible here. And then guess what? That's the foundation. You continue to grow and grow and grow. All right, guys, this game is truly beautiful. And I just want to thank you so much, Aggie, for really breaking it down in the manner that you did, man. I'm fired up, right? I'm fired up, guys. We got what we needed to start off the call. And if you're a bit new and you didn't quite understand pips, don't worry, we're going to take care of that right now. I know we're strapped for time, so I'm going to bring up our next speaker straight away, okay? A lot of people know her, and we know that she is about to smash C10 as well, okay? C10 loading. Again, go and drop a C10 your body in the chat box for me, because damn, we're excited for this one, right? Not only is she a servant leader, not only is she someone that's helped you get paid, if you're taking the ice trades, she's sending them in. Aggie's sending them in. I'm sending them in, right? But you know, this person was really responsible for the ice trades that you're taking. This person is really responsible for the systems that you're coming in, right? And you're getting paid through. For the system that's making your life so much easier. Because I'm telling you, when I got started 3 years ago, right? Or even 2 years ago after I got started, guess what? It wasn't this easy, right? It wasn't this easy to come in and win, but she's made it possible for every single one of you guys. So with deep gratitude, right? Let's go drop some sevens in the chat for our next C10 loading, right? The one and only Mrs. Sharma Mia. So I'm going to go ahead, make her host, right? Guys, keep dropping them sevens and let's make the scene ready for her. Let's go.
Okay, amazing, guys. If you can hear me, just drop a 7 in the chat box. Amazing, 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 amazing. Guys, I just want to give it back to Montel for arranging this call. Give it back to Aggie for going over an amazing first half. Today, I'm going to be going over the trading foundation, both HFX, both Forex, really get you guys educated with the basics. But let me know how you guys are finding this call so far in the chat box. How are you guys finding this call? Great, loving it. Okay, amazing. This is a great start to your day. Make sure you are taking notes, but make sure that you use this weekend to really apply the notes, right? Really educate yourself. So Monday, when the markets are open, you know exactly what to do, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to share my whiteboard now. And the first thing I'm going to go through is the trading foundation, right? So trading foundation. So this is for Forex, and the next one I will do is for HFX, right? So understand that in this business, right, this is 90% mindset and 10% skill, right? So write that down, 90% mindset and 10% skill. Right? So 90% mindset, 10% skill. I really want you guys to understand that. Aggie went over it as well. She was like, if you're having a bad day, don't get on the charts, don't force your trades, right? Because you want to always be getting into a trade with the right mindset and the right psychological state, right? So that's that. Next thing is put in the hours times 10 in this business, show up and you will get paid, right? So what does that mean? Put in the extra hours into studying the academy, put in the extra hours into studying the Go Live sessions, put in the extra hours into studying the recorded sessions, right? Because you want to perfect this skill set. Understand this is a skill set that's going to pay you for a lifetime, right? This is a skill set that's going to really pay you for a lifetime. Then again, then the next point is if you treat it like a side hustle, you're going to get side hustle results. I love this point because everybody wants to come into this and you want to make $1 million through trading, 6-7 figures through trading, but you're still treating it like a side hustle. And treating it like a main hustle doesn't mean you have to do this 24 hours in a day. You can obviously have other stuff going on, but it means coming into this and putting the extra hours in, right? Putting the extra hours into making this work for you, right? Staying up the late nights. I remember when I was studying HFX for the first time, I was staying up for the whole night for every single day of that week to really perfect the strategy, right? So make sure that you're doing that, because if you really want big results, you've got to study, right? You've got to learn this skill set. It's not going to take you a long time, but if you really apply everything that you're learning whilst you are learning it, like really implement it into a trading account, you will see the results, right? Again, you have mind over matters. Do not be greedy. You will live another day to make money in the market. This is something that I personally had to overcome a lot. Put some sevens in the chat. If that's also something you had to overcome, right? Being greedy, right? Entering more trades than you're supposed to, right? Over leveraging, right? Understand that there's every single day of the week, every single day of the month, every single day of the year. So don't be greedy for that day and the next day you blow your account and you have nothing to trade with, right? Go day by day, have that 10% daily goal. And if you're on a HFX, have that 8% daily goal, right? Next point is always use proper risk management. Just like Abby said, never risk more than 10% and never, ever, ever revenge trade, right? And then lastly, trade with confidence and have a daily pip goal or a trading plan like Aggie just mentioned, right? So now I'm just going to go into the fundamentals, right? The first thing I'm going to do is explain some terms. So the first one is entry, then you have stop loss, and then you have take profit. Right? Entry, stop loss, and then take profit. So your entry is simply where you enter into the market, right? Your stop loss is the barrier you set, which prevents you from making a loss in your trade. And then a take profit is the barrier that you set, which automatically closes your trade when in profit, when target is hit, right? So that's your terms. So I'm just going to put that up here so you guys have that, right? So that's your terms, right? You're going to hear that a lot. Every time there's a trade set now, you're going to see entry or price, right? A stop loss and take profit. Make sure you guys are utilizing this because it really saves you when you're trading, right? Your stop loss is there. Some people don't like to trade with stop losses. Myself, I did not like trading with stop losses when I first started, but I realized I kept losing money because I wasn't using my stop loss, right? And then you have your take profit as well, which automatically takes your profit straight in your account as soon as your target has been hit, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to explain some trends in the market, right? So give me 1 second. I'm just going to draw this out for you guys. Okay, perfect, right? So first I'm going to start with an uptrend, right? An uptrend has higher highs and higher lows, right? Put some HH and HLs in the chat box, right? Okay, cool. So this is an uptrend, right? So an uptrend has higher highs and higher lows. So it starts with a low, then you have a high, right? Then you have a higher low, then you have a higher high, then you have a higher low, right? So whenever you're seeing this in the market and the market's going in an upwards direction, it has higher highs and higher lows, right? So if that makes sense, just put a 7 in the chat box, right? Now I'm going to go into a downtrend. I'm just going to draw it down for you guys. So with a downtrend, it has lower lows and lower highs. Okay, amazing, right? So a downtrend has lower lows, lower highs. So you're going to have a high, then a low, then you're going to have a lower high, then you're going to have a lower low, then you're going to have a lower high again. Oops. Then lower low and lower high and then a low, right? So that's that. If that's making sense, guys, just let me know in the chat box. These are 2 different trends in the market, right? So with a buy, you're going to see here, right? Let me draw this out for you guys. let's say this is the chart, right? Let's say this is the chart. So you're going to enter around this point, right? So let's say you're going in for a buy. You're going to enter around this point, right? Your stop loss is going to be below where you entered, right? So for a buy, your stop loss is below where you entered because you don't want it to go in the opposite direction. You want it to go up, right? So buy means the market going up. And then your take profit will be above where you entered, right? So it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, right? So that's for a buy. Then for a sell, it's the opposite direction, right? For a sell, it's the opposite direction, right? So you're going to enter at this point here, right? And then your stop loss is going to be above your entry, right? Because you want the trade to go down, so your stop loss is above, right? So just in case the trade does go in the opposite direction, it will stop you, it will take you out of that trade, right? And then your take profit will be below here somewhere, right? So if that makes sense, guys, just let me know in the chat box. Right? Makes sense? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So that's that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to clear my drawings now. All right, so that's pretty much that, right? So I just went through that. The next thing I'm going to go through is your lot sizes, right? So lot sizes and pips. So your lot sizes, right, is basically how much you're putting in per trade. So you have a micro lot, right? You have a mini lot, you have a standard lot. So a micro lot is equivalent to 0.01. A mini lot is equivalent to 0.10. And a standard lot is equivalent to 1.00. If you guys are on HFX, don't worry, I got you guys. I'm coming to show you guys that later on. So that's that. Let me go back to this. So a micro lot size is equivalent to 10p per pip, right? Then a mini lot size is equivalent to £1 per pip. And then a standard is equivalent to £10 per pip. So that's a really, really high lot size. So starting off, you should be using anywhere between micro to mini, depending on how much you have in your account, right? They always say use 0.01 for every $100 that you have in your account, right? But 0.01 for every $100 that you have in your account. That's using proper risk management, right? So that's that. Now we're gonna go into pips, right? So pips is just the unit of measurement in the market, right? So for example, if I was to walk from here to the window, I'm going to walk a certain amount of centimeters of meters, right? And the market is going to move, if it goes up or down, it's going to move a certain amount of pips upwards or a certain amount of pips downwards, right? And then how much money you make is basically your lot size times your pips, amount of pips equals how much money you will make in a trade, right? If you're with me, just put a 7 in the chat box, guys. If you guys are with me. Right, so I'm just going to keep this at the bottom so you guys get this. Right, so your pip is also, let me write this down, is the fourth value after your decimal place, right? So let's take Euro USD for an example, right? Euro USD. Let's say price is 1.1050, right? This is price. I'm going to keep that red. And then I'm going to do this. Give me a second. Okay, cool. We change the colors. Okay, cool. I can't change specific colors. Okay, that's fine. No worries. So here is where you would enter, right? This is where price currently is, right? So I want you guys to know this is where price currently is for Euro USD. This is just an example, right? So the pip is your fourth value after your decimal, right? Your pip is your fourth value after your decimal. So here, our pip would be the 0, right? Our pip will be the 0. If that makes sense, just let me know in the chat box if you guys are with me, right? Why the pip is the 0? Why? Because it's the fourth value after your decimal place. So let's say we are here, right? Let's say it goes up, right, to 1.1054. Put in the chat box, how many pips would it have went up? 4 pips, right? It would have went up 4 pips. Amazing. So let's say you had 10p per pip, you would have made 40p. If you had £1 per pip, you would have made £4. If you had a standard lot, you would have made £40, right? So that's that. Now let's say we're going in the opposite direction, right? We're starting at the same place. Let's say we go down to 1.1048, right? How many pips would it have went down? Put that in the chat box. It would have went down 2 pips, right? Amazing. And guys, if it goes down, let's say it's going down, you'll still make money if you are going down for a sell, right? So just because it's going down doesn't mean you're losing money, because you might be in a sell and you want the market to go down, right? So it still means you're making money, just has to go in the trend that you want it to go in, right? So that's that, guys. That's your lot sizes, that's your pips. I hope that's made sense so far. Who you want to watch in the academy, who really breaks down this a lot more, if you go to the Forex Academy Basics, if you watch Ralph Dankwa, if you go to his favorite videos, he has videos highlighting everything. Any question that will probably come to your mind, he has questions highlighting every single thing, right? So that's that. The next thing I'm going to go into really quickly is the HFX, right? So let me just share my screen. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Montel is going to cover that in the next slide, but that's my bit done, guys. If you got value, let me know in the chat box. If everything made sense so far, just let me know in the chat box. Yeah. Okay, amazing. So now I'm going to pass it back to the amazing Montel. He's going to go through Cash Trap. He's going to go through HFX and show you guys how you can make money in minutes.
Wow, guys, the value today has been immense. Wow, I'm so fired up right now. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're getting value today. The value has been absolutely phenomenal. So Charmin, thank you so much for all you went through. That was absolutely amazing. I know we've had so many new customers come in over the last couple of weeks, but you really broke it down to a T. So thank you so much. Now, guys, due to time, we're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to be too long at all. In fact, let me know if you can see me, right? Let me know if you can see me. Drop a 777 if you can see me. Sean, if you stop spotlighting, that would be awesome. Okay, cool. So, guys, I'm not going to be too long on HFX at all. I'm literally just going to be going through the basics of your account. So I know we've had a lot of new people come in, and they're a bit confused with, okay, what is HFX? How does it work? How do I make sure that I'm not risking too much? So I'm going to go over some real essential basics, okay? Now, guys, what you're going to see on my screen as I share my screen, right? Awesome. So you're going to see my screen right now. Fantastic. So this is for everyone, right? I'm going to literally take you through the beginner's guide. Let's say you just got started yesterday. You don't even know how to get into your account, all right? You're going to go to I Am Academy login, and you're simply going to log into your account just like that, okay? Now you're into your account. Over here, I Am Center is going to be right here, okay? You want to simply click on I Am Center, right? And once you clicked on I Am Center, what you now want to do, guys, is pretty simple. What you now want to do at this point is you want to log in. Okay, you now want to log into your account. Okay, so you see your account just like you can see mine, and you want to go ahead and click login. Okay, so now you're logged in right here, guys. What you now want to simply do is you can go to the academies. If you really want to learn about HFX, you want to know the ins and outs, right? You're going to have the Forex Academy. Okay, you're going to have the HFX Academy, DCX Academy, and the ECX Academy. Okay, so again, if you want to come in and really focus on HFX, you just click on that right there and it will bring up these videos. Okay, and then simply all you would do is click here, right? It's going to load up, and then you will simply scroll down and watch the videos, right? You will scroll down and watch the videos. So that's just HFX, but you also got the same exact thing for your Forex and ECX and DCX, okay? Then you got Go Live, guys, all right? So if you want to come and plug into our top sessions, right? Now, guys, this is how I really learn, right? I really learned through Go Live. I'm a very practical guy. So I came in, I watched, and I learned. And you're going to see Millie Mills over here. So if you're on the simple scalper, right? If you're on the simple scalper, you simply want to come in and watch Millie Mills. So you come down, you go to her favorite sessions. And guys, I'm going to challenge every single one of you guys. If you want to take this to the top, I want you to watch all of these videos, right? All of these videos. Make sure you're really clued up, okay? If you really want to focus on the simple scalper, watch all of her videos, okay? And then again, if I come back, if you're someone like me, I actually focus on Matthew Thayer, okay? Matthew Thayer, that's my guy. That's who I follow when it comes to HFX. I love Millie Mills as well. And I also love a bit of Deal Woods, but Matthew Thayer. So what I want you guys to do, if you want to focus on Matthew Thayer, which is the cash trap strategy that I'm going to be teaching you guys today, you simply want to come to Matthew Thayer's favorite sessions. Now here's exactly what you want to do, guys, right? Here's exactly what you want to do. You want to watch Start Here if you're brand new, okay? There's a brand new cash trap though. So you don't necessarily have to watch all of these videos here. This is what I would advise before, but now there's a brand new cash trap. What you want to do is watch new and improved cash trap 2.0 explanation, right? The perfect setup and the 5-point setup, okay? So those are the videos that you really want to watch when it comes to cash trap, family, all right? Those are the videos you want to watch when it comes to cash trap. Now what I'm going to do right here, guys, I'm actually going to show you how to use cash trap now, all right? I'm going to show you guys how to use cash trap before we bring on our special guest speaker. Right, you guys want to make sure you're plugged in, okay? So you're simply going to come to strategies, right? Now you're in strategies, you want to, if you're on simple scalper, you'll be using Liberty, okay? If you're using cash trap like myself, you're simply going to come here and you're going to click on Hourglass, okay? So now we're in on Hourglass, okay? Now we're in on Hourglass, guys. Here's what we're simply going to do, okay? Our guest speaker's on the call. I'm excited. So I'm not even going to be too long at all, all right? We're in Hourglass right now, so it looks a bit confusing, right? And there's no signals for now, unfortunately. So I can't really get into it too much because there's no signals for now. But there's a few things that we are going to be looking for, all right? So let's say cash trap was working. It doesn't work over the weekends, right? But let's say it was. I'm going to draw an arrow, okay? This is meant to be an arrow going down. But let's say we see the arrow going down, okay? If we see the arrow going down, we know that what we're going to simply be doing, we're going to be placing a put, all right? We're going to be placing a put, okay? So a put means we want it to continue to go down, okay? So if we see, for example, in Hourglass, the arrow, that signifies a point. So I'm going to go through the 5-point setup, okay? The 5-point setup. 5 things that you need to check off before you even enter the trade, okay? So again, the first thing you really want to look for, guys, before I even get into the arrow, is the candlestick, okay? The candlestick. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to undo this. Now, a candlestick is up here, okay? This red candlestick, okay? Then you see another red one, you see another red one, another red one, a blue one, a red one, a blue one, okay? Now, what we're really looking for, okay, before we get into this trade, is the candlestick being near the Bollinger Band. Okay, we want the candlestick to be near the Bollinger Band, okay? And you guys are gonna see this when you actually start to trade it, okay? When you start to trade this style, let me just get my arrow correct. When you start to trade this style, let's say in the new weekend, you're gonna see this candlestick being near the Bollinger Band, okay? So that's one thing that we're looking for. The next thing we're looking for is the arrow. That's the next point. If the arrow is pointing down, then we know that we're gonna put. All right, we know that we're going to put. If the arrow is actually pointing up, then we know that that is a call, okay? So that's the next step, guys, right? We're looking for the arrow pointing down as step number 2, okay? Step number 3 is simply this. Let's say, this isn't the best example because, again, the market's closed when it comes to, cash trap. The actual binary options market is open right now, but cash trap is closed on the weekends. But let's say we're looking for this black line to come crossing through the red lines, right? You can see it cross through again here, you can see it cross through again here, and you can see it cross through again there, okay? That would really be step number 3. We're looking for the black line to cross through the red lines if we are going to go forth and place a put, all right? If we want it to be crossing up, we're going to be looking at an example like this. You can see it crosses up, you see it crosses up again, and you can see it crosses up over here, all right? So these are key points when we be looking to place a call, okay? So again, we want the candlestick to be coming off the Bollinger Band, right? That's 1 point. We want it to be giving us the arrow pointing down, which would be the second point. And then what we really be looking for is something like this, okay? Crossing through the red dotted lines. So that would be the third point, guys, all right? And then over here, what we then be looking for, guys, is this one. The fourth point would simply be the stochastics, okay? We want this line crossing through the red dotted line on the stochastics, all right? Now, again, guys, that is 4 points. So over here, what you would now see at this point, right, where you can see the arrow, you would actually see, you know, a currency strength indicator. So you see a currency pair, you're going to see the entry, and then you're going to see the currency pair indicator. So again, this currency pair is US CAD, all right? So we're going to see USD CAD written here somewhere. It's going to tell us, you know, getting at, let's say it said 1.2699 or 922, right? It's going to give us those frequency of numbers, and then it's going to give us the strength of the currency. Now, again, what would that look like? Okay, we can't really see it right now, so I'm going to give you an example. It would say USD is on 30 and CAD is on 60. Okay, USD is on 30 and CAD is on 60, just for an example. Now, that's a trade that we'd want to take, guys, because the Canadian dollar is stronger than the American dollar, right? The Canadian dollar is stronger than the American dollar. So that is another confirmation that we would want to take that trade, family. Okay, so that's just a brief explanation of cash trap. Now, let's say, again, you're brand new into, you know, IQ Cent, or you just set up your broker. What are these things that you're going to be seeing over here? All right. Well, Turbo, this means that you're going to be trading for minutes, right? You're going to be in trades for minutes. Okay. Then you've got your time. So this is actually how long you want to be in a trade for. You can be in the trade for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4, 5. Okay. So you always want to keep it on Turbo. When you're using cash trap, right, and you see a trade get called out, you actually want to use 3 minutes. Okay. You want to place your trade for 3 minutes. Okay, you want to give it enough time to breathe. You want to give it enough time to actually go out there and figure out what it's doing, okay? And then, guys, the reason why you want to be, I'd write this down, when placing trades with cash trap, use 3 minutes, okay? Because, again, if you roll over twice, which is the maximum amount of times to roll over, that's actually 12 minutes in the trade, okay? You roll over twice. If you roll over once, that's 6 minutes, okay? If the market still hasn't figured itself out after your first entry, you've got roll over once, okay? And guess what? That's going to be 6 minutes. And if you want to roll over again, that's going to be 12 minutes. And that's more than enough time for the market to figure itself out from what Cash Trap would have sent you, all right? So that's that, okay? Now, let's say we're going to place a trade. I'm just going to place a quick trade. I'm just going to go with the trend real quick, just so you guys can see this. Let's say I got in on a put right here, okay? I get in on a put right here, and the market's going downwards, all right? I just got in 1 minute real quick, just to show you guys how simple it is to clear trades when trading HFX, guys. All right. So let's say I got in on this entry, which was actually a clean entry, guys. I hope you're not in your live HFX accounts taking these trades. But let's say, you know, I got in right here, and let's say the market closed. All I need the market to do is close below this red line, and I'm clearing that trade, guys, right? So you're going to see so many people in the chat saying cleared, I cleared, and you may be thinking, what is clearing? All right, what is clear? I only know a clear, and that's someone I went to school with, all right, the name Clear. Hope you guys got that joke. But that's what clear basically means, okay? You're going to see this trade is going to successfully clear in just a matter of seconds. Why? Because I got in with the trend, I got in that good entry, and I clicked put. Boom. So I put in 10, and I actually got back 17.4, right? So that's £7.40, right? That is someone clearing a trade. So if I want the market to go down, I want to click put. If I want the market to go up, then I want to click call. Now, the amount that I put in here was 10, all right? So the reason why I made £17.40 was because the payout, the percentage payout from this broker was 74%, right? The percentage payout from this broker was 74%. Now, what does that mean? It just basically means whatever I put in, my £10, the broker is going to give me 74% of the £10 on top of my £10. So when I clear my trade, I'm not only making my £10 back, but I'm getting 74% of £10, right? Which is £7.40 on top of the £10, which made it £17.40. So whatever I put in, I win back, but then I make the percentage that the broker is willing to pay out on top, right? And that's how simple Forex is. That's how simple HFX is, family. If I lose, then all I do is lose the £10. I don't lose 17. I only lose 10, right? I only lose 10, okay? And, you know, I know Aggie just gave you guys the blueprint, but for some of you guys, like, you know, when just something quick on your screen, you know, just to see, all right, what am I compounding? How am I going to do this? Let's say your account's on 100. Let's say you start your account with 100, all right? You know, you simply want to make, let's say, 8% a day, okay? You want to do this for 90 days, okay? You're going to reinvest the whole thing for 90 days straight. You're going to trade through the weekends. Let's really calculate how much profit you're set to be making. Okay, let's calculate how much profit you're set to be making, and then I'm going to bring on our special guest speaker today. Your first day, you're going to make £8, right? Your profit's going to be on 108 in your account. Okay, you stay consistent. After 1 month, 31 days, right? You're going to be making £80 a day. Okay, your account is now going to grow from £108 to 1,086. Second month, right? Let's go to 60. Okay, you're now going to be making £750 a day. Your account will now be on £10,125. All right, 90 days, guys, 3 months, right? You keep reinvesting. You're going to be making 7.5K in a day through HFX, right? And your account could potentially be on 100K. And everything Aggie just showed you guys before about staying consistent, everything Aggie really broke down for every single one of you guys is what you want to be applying whilst trading HFX, right? Is what you want to be applying whilst trading Forex, okay? It's all about discipline. It's all about your mindset, right? You master your mind, guess what? You can master life. You can master whatever it is that you want to do. I want you to even write that down. That's a nugget for life. If you master your mind, you can master Forex, you can master building this business, you can master whatever it is that you want in life, okay? So it's all about discipline. It's all about self-discipline in the markets. It's all about self-discipline in your mindset, guys, okay? This sport, this skill set, trading, is literally 80% mindset, 20% skill set, okay? 80% mindset, 20% skill set. So guys, you've got the trading plan, right? You've seen Forex, you've seen HFX. I think you guys have got everything that you needed today, but guess what, right? Guess what? We have our special guest speaker on the call. I'm looking at his name right now, and you know, this is a proud moment for us as a family, for us as a group, for us as a company, to really have this individual on the call. I remember the first time, you know, we done a boot camp together, Shaman set it up, and this man came on and he spoke like the true king that he is, right? He broke it down for every single one of us, and I know lives were changed from that boot camp, right? Lives were really changed from that boot camp, because when this man speaks, I'm telling you, you want to listen, but you don't just want to listen, you want to apply, okay? Write this down, guys. If you take anything from today, to know and not do is to not know at all, okay? So now you know everything Aggie's shown you. Now you know everything Shaman's shown you. Now you know everything I've shown you. To understand this information and not do is to not know at all, right? And let me just tell you a bit about this individual. When I first came to America, when I first came to the States, I saw this man on stage and I said, that's someone that I look up to. That's someone that I want to follow. The energy that this man brought on the stage, he shook the whole room, right? I saw people up with a camera, the phone, they were dancing just because of how this individual was speaking, right? His words are going to touch you guys. But not only that, he's a servant leader. He's a true ambassador of the company. I think I messaged him, you know, 3-4 days ago, and it was probably 3 a.m. his time. And he was on vacation, guys, right? He's on vacation, but he still took out the time to reply straight away. He took out the time to reply straight away. You see, guys, when you're the 1%, when you're living like an elite person, there's no time for sleep. And this man definitely does not sleep. He replies straight away, okay? And I want you to understand this. Guys, when we started the call today, it was 8 a.m. his time, and he's on vacation. And it's 8 a.m. his time, but he still said, no, I've got a call to be on. I've got lives to change, right? People need to hear the information that I know. Okay, he could be doing anything right now. His organization is over 5,000 individuals, guys, right? It's deep. And he still made the time to come on and actually spread some love with us, guys. So let's go ahead, turn on your cameras for this individual. Give him the energy that he needs. Go and drop some 7s in the chat. Go and drop some teacups in the chat, right? This is someone that's gone out there. He's mastered the trading, and he's going to create his own version. He's going to create his own equipment, his own resources that the entire company uses, right? So ladies and gentlemen, let's go and break the chat box for the founder, all right? A master educator, someone that I look up to as a mentor, Mr. Lisaldo Tavarez. My brother, can you hear me? Let me know if you are there. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Oh, yeah, I can see you. I can hear you, man. I can hear you.
Yes.
I appreciate you having me on this call. Seriously, like I said, it don't matter if I could be on vacation. It don't matter where. I could be under the water in the submarine. If somebody asking me to come on, I'm definitely going to do the call because I feel like, that's my thing is to, help anybody. I don't mind helping anybody. I don't mind getting on these calls. Like I said, somebody help me. Somebody help me get to my position. So how do I look not helping the next person try to get to theirs, So to me, it's nothing. I always tell people, you want me on the call, just hit me up. Don't be afraid. Just hit me on the DM. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. But, yeah, I'm over here in the Dominican Republic taking this nice vacation before I needed to recharge myself. Sometimes, we work so hard that we forget to be like, you know what, let's just take like a couple of days off just to recharge the batteries, the new year. So, Monday I'm back on full tilt, working, grinding again to see 100. But, yeah, I'm out here. But it's nothing to take some time out to talk to the great people out here of London. That's like my second home. I can't wait till this COVID thing is over so I can get back there. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys see me? You guys can see me? Everybody good? I know somebody said you can't see me. Let me see. All right, everybody's good. All right. So what I want to do today, I want to go over the teacup strategy real quick, and then I want to get into some mindset training if you guys don't mind. I just spoke to Kim, right? She's on a call, right? She told me if she can't finish this call in time, what she would do is she would do a call for you guys, just your team, during the week or next Saturday this time, just for you guys. So, she'll give you like 2 or 3 hours. You can pick up brain. You can do whatever you want. She'll teach you some stuff and things of that nature. So I was just on the phone with her right now. But, yeah, I'm here, so it's all good. So my name is Lisaldo Tavarez, guys. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. 40 years old. And, man, this is what I say right now. What a time to be alive. Let's be honest. What a time to be alive. If you guys have invested in Bitcoins or in Ether, anything, I mean, you guys right now should be with a smile on your face, And the beautiful thing about this company is people only see it as trading or building a business, but what they forget is just the knowledge that we receive. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If I wasn't in this company, I probably wouldn't even thought about investing in Bitcoin. I'll be honest with you. I'm not that smart. But because we have great people in here, like Ivan Paychecks, Swipe Coin, we have so many people that give you information. See, information is key. There's no value on information. There's no money on information, right? Especially when you get so much information like we do in this company, you're able to make money off of information. Information will get you rich, right? So it's a great time to be alive, guys. I'm excited because of Bitcoin. If you have Bitcoin, even if you have a little bit, so what? You're in the game. You know what I'm saying? I want you to type in a 1 if you have some Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, as long as you're in the game, that's all that counts. As long as you're in the game, that's all that counts. And that's all I want to see, that you guys are being more than entrepreneurs. I want you guys to be businessmen and women, because people get confused because they join this, they think they're entrepreneurs. No. Entrepreneur is the person that sees things before most see it. See things before most see that. I call that a true entrepreneur, a visionary, a person that sees things when nobody can see it, that person can see it, right? And that's what I want you to be. So, man, if you got some money in Bitcoin, I know you. I have ended up buying Bitcoin at like $3,600. So I'm smiling. I bought a lot. I'm smiling right now. You know, every day I get the updates. Somebody update, hey, Bitcoin's at 40, 39, 40, 42. You know, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be ecstatic when I get that update. So, you know, if you're definitely in the Bitcoin game, listen, you hold it, enjoy the ride. So let's get to the teacup strategy, guys. This is an easy strategy that I came up with. It's very simple. I'm not the best trader. I don't claim to be, and I don't want to be. So I want you to understand it. So when you look, as I'm teaching you this, don't be in your mind like, man, that's all he does. Man, that's easy. Listen, I never said I was the best. I wasn't trying to be. I simplified trading for myself because I wasn't able to make money. How many of you guys, let's be honest, whether you're trading HFX, I mean, I know you guys trade HFX. A lot of people now trade HFX. But as far as Forex, I wasn't able to make money for my first year and a half. How many of you guys have not been able to make consistent money trading? Like, let's be honest, how many of you guys have not been able to make consistent money trading, you know? And be honest, because, you know, it happened to me. So, you know, me constantly losing and losing and then losing again and then losing more. You know, somebody told me, Oren Wright told me, listen, do yourself a favor and go back on your trades. Do yourself a favor and go back on your trades and look to see what you did wrong. So as I'm looking back on my trades, right, and this was like 2016, I started noticing that every time I would buy, what do you think the market would do? Every time I would buy, what do you think the market would do? It would sell. And I'd be like, yo, man, every time I buy, always at this point, the market always goes the opposite direction. So when I started looking deep into the patterns and what I was looking at, I missed something that I finally saw one day. I've been missing things for like a year and a half that I finally saw that one day when I was looking at a lot of my trades that I lost. And that's when I came up with the strategy. And I started realizing, like, man, this goes like this. And then every time it comes back around, it hits where I'm going to buy, and then it goes down. And I was like, man, this is, I think I'm on to something. And I tried it on the demo. And there's a funny story, I'm going to get to it. I tried on a demo for like 3 weeks. And for like 3 weeks, I might have lost like 5 teacups in 3 weeks, right? At that time, it wasn't called teacups, but I must have lost like 5 trades. So my aunt was lending me money. My aunt was lending me money, and I kept blowing her account. My account, but her money. I was blowing her money with my account, right? She lent me like up to like $8,000. And I kept, you know, like $500 here, $1,000 here. And, you know, listen, let me tell you something. The worst thing in life is to owe a Spanish woman money. Don't ever owe a Spanish woman. I'm telling you right now. You be at the family cookouts. She's like, hey, you got my money? You be get into the rice and the meat, and she'll come next to you, hey, when you pay me that money? You know what I'm saying? You owe me that money. So listen, I just need to get my off my back. I had to get off my back. So when I learned this strategy, I asked her for one more $1,000. I said, listen, can you lend me one more $1,000? I already blew 8,000 of yours, right? I said, I know I owe you 8. I said, what? Listen, what's the difference between 8 and 9? This is how I came to her. I was like, yo, auntie, what's the difference between 8 and 9? There's only $1,000 more. Ain't no big difference. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between 8 and 9? Just give me one more 1,000. Give me one more 1,000. Give me one more 1,000. So she lent me that 1,000. She lent me that 1,000. And I put the 1,000 in my account. And, you know, I've been practicing. So, you know, and, you know, when you practice on demo, let's be honest. When you practice on demo, you like feel like you win every trade. Right or wrong? Who here has had that moment like, damn, I wish this was real money. Damn, I wish this was my live account. I feel like the demo be playing with you. I think they be sucking you in to put money in your live account. Because I feel like even though it's the real time, real market, I feel like they make you win. Like they suck at you and to be like, yo, I'm ready, let's go. Because you win every demo trade. So I started a live account. And a lot of people don't even know this story. My first trade, guys, had $1,000, my first teacup trade. You know, I owe my aunt really 9,000 with that extra 1,000. So what you think I tried to do my first trade? What do you think the mistake I made my first trade live again when I took my strategy? What you think I did? Put a big lot size. I was trying to get her $9,000 in my first teacup. Like I was like, yo, I gotta get this lady off my back. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. I put I put this like a big lot size. Cause I was trying to get that $9,000 that first shot. I get out the way now. I could breathe. I could focus. You know what I'm saying? I could focus. Now, so what I did was, anybody here a religious person? Anybody here a religious person? Because I'm not a religious person, but my mother always told me, now listen, when I first put in that trade, I was in drawdown like 15, 20 pips. And you know how it is when you're in drawdown 20 pips, comes back down to 10. You're like, okay, I'm getting back. And then it goes back to 15. And then it plays for you, go to 5. And then you're like, okay, I'm getting close to break even. And then it goes back to 15 and then back to 2. And you're like, damn, man, what? My mother always told me, listen, I never prayed a day in my life. But I used to remember my mother always told me this. She said, listen, when you get in the jam, when you're in trouble, use the man upstairs. Pray. I said, you know what? That's my lifeline. I said, yo, this is the time. I said, you know what? This is the time. So listen, I didn't even know how to pray. So this is why I was saying, listen, this is how I swear, word to word, this is what I did. I said, listen, God, listen, I know I never prayed before, but right now I need you. You know what I'm saying? I put a big lot size and I'm it's about to hit my stop loss. And if it hits my stop loss, that means I'm done with this $1,000 and I got to give this to my aunt. So God, please listen. I promise you, I'll never over leverage again. You know what I'm saying? Like I swear, I kept saying, God, I swear. While I was praying, I was like, God, I swear to you, if you get me out of this hole, I swear to you, I'll never do this again. I swear, I promise you, I swear. Again, I didn't know how to pray, so I was just freestyling at the time. Freestyling. Cool. Boom, I said the prayer. Like an hour goes by, and it's like back down 15 pips to down 22, down 15, down 25, and I'm like, and then I remember one thing my mother said. She said, listen, if it's something of an emergency, you must go to the bathroom and pray. Sit your ass down in the toilet and pray. I said, you know what, maybe it's because I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he hasn't responded. I said, maybe this guy's sleeping. Maybe he's like, he hasn't woke up. He went out the night before. So I said, yo, let me hit him up again. I went to the bathroom. I said, listen, God, I don't know if you went out last night, if you was with a shorty, but I don't know. But listen, right now I need to wake up because I need you. I swear to you, I told you I'm not going to over leverage. I need you, right? I need you to get this trade in profit because I don't have no more money and my aunt's not giving me no more money. I said, God, wake up. I need you to wake up right now. This is a critical situation right now. I need you to wake up. It's all right. Yo, on everything I love. It took about like an hour and a half of me like just stressed the hell out. I was stressed. Guys, I mean, this is why I say you can't, man, trading could be a stressful thing. I was stressed out because you're pinned to the, how many of you guys been pinned to your phone or to the computer like this? Like that. That's how it was. It took like an hour and a half. And that thing went from being up because the teacups are sell limits, from being the drawdown to all of a sudden suddenly just coming down, just coming down, just coming down, just coming down, just coming down. And then it went right through my entry. And I don't know if, again, I wasn't an experienced trader. I don't know if news came out. Maybe something came out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, something came out. But that went straight to my take profit. Straight to my take profit. And it's crazy because after that hit my take profit, I never over leveraged again. And I took that $1,000 account in 18 months to over $500,000. And I never looked back. Never looked back. So that's why I say, man, like, that I always have that story. And I tell people time because, man, a lot of people go through that stuff when it comes to trading. But listen, that right there and this strategy, whether it's easy or not, whether you like it or not, whether you do it or not, it's something that helped me. And it's something that if you kind of want to learn it and you can, I call it like your entry-level position. Like this is like your entry-level strategy when it comes to trading. You can learn better things, more sophisticated things. But if you want something that you can make some quick money, this is a strategy to use. And the reason why I call it the Tico strategy is because every time my aunt would sit me down, right? Every time my aunt would sit me down, before she would go to work, she would work at the airport in Orlando. She would drink tea. So when I started looking at the strategy, I saw that it made like a U, it made like a cup. So I need a name for it. So being that it already made like a U that looks like a cup, it looks like a cup. I said, you know what? Boom, my aunt every morning would sit me down, ask me how her investment was going. She's drinking tea. It looks like a cup, teacup. That's how the name came about. People were like, how did the teacup start? How you call it tea? Because my aunt used to drink tea every morning. It looked like a cup. Put two and two together, boom, teacup. And 5 years later, here I am, right, Mr. Teacup. So that's how strategy came about. So let me share my screen so I can show you. Everybody has an amazing story, man. Everybody has an amazing story. Tell you, stories, everybody has an amazing story. So I'm going to show you the 4-step strategy, right? 4-step strategy. Put it right here. 4-step teacup strategy. Yeah, that's how the name came about. That's exactly how the name came about. It's crazy, right? If you really think about it, sometimes the stars be aligned. Sometimes the stars be aligned. And that's how it came about. So now, let me make this a little bit bigger. Let me give you my IG. If you don't follow me, here's my IG. And again, thank you to Montreal for having me on this call. I really, really appreciate it. At Mr. Teacup _ All right, so let's go through it. Now, guys, it's simple. And you guys know the basics, so this should be 1, 2, 3 for you guys, right? And I'm going to go over them. Now, the first step in the 4-step teacup strategy, right? And I'm going to go to the latest teacup that happened so you can see how it works, right? You're looking for a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. A bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, even or close to the top of the body. Now, what's the top of the body? Where the bullish candle closed, where my fingers pointed to, and the bearish candle opened. That's the top of the body. And I'm going to write this down, and I'm going to also give it to you guys so you guys can have it and study. I'm going to give you this, after this, I'll give you this, the notes and everything. So step 1, looking for a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, even or close to the top of the body. And type in a 1 if you understand step number 1, because I want you to understand this. So you're looking for a bullish candle, right? Followed by a bearish candle. Now you want the bullish candles to be healthy. Like you don't want them to like a morning star, evening star, a doji. You want them to have some meat on the candle. It's like if you go to a restaurant and you order steak, you order ribs. You want bones or you want some meat on your steak or your ribs. You want some meat. So you want some meat on your first 2 candles. Doesn't mean that it has to be an engulfing candle. It just has to have some thickness on the candle, right? So the first step is you're looking for a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, even or close to the top of the body. The top of the body is where the bullish candle closed and the bearish candle opened. That's the top of the body. You want some thickness on your candles, some meat on your candles. So everybody's good for step 1. Want to make sure everybody's good for step 1. Okay. Now, step 2, I want you to follow my arrow. Step 2. This arrow right here. Oops, sorry. Why is it not making it bigger? I'm just playing with me. All right, this arrow right here is pointing to this candle, right? This is the 3rd candle because the teacup strategy is a three candle sequence. You're looking for the candles in a 3 candle sequence, right? The teacup strategy is in a 3 candle sequence. So the bullish and bearish, and then this 3rd candle that my arrow is pointing to, right, has to be a lower low or lower high. So step 2 is the 3rd candle has to be a lower low or a lower high. So the third candle right here, this third candle has to be a lower low or a lower high. So it's going to look like this. A perfect teacup is this right here, this setup. This is a perfect 3 candle setup. Oops, get this out the way. These 3 candles right here, 1, 2, 3. Bullish, bearish, even at the top of the body or close to it. Third candle, lower low, lower high. This is a lower low. Why? Because it's a bearish candle that opened and closed lower than the previous bearish candle, making it a lower low. If it was a lower high, it will be a bullish candle that opened and closed lower than the previous bullish candle. That makes it a lower high. Now I'm going to give you a tip. 90% of the time, the third candle is a lower low. So 9 out of every 10 teacups, the third candle is going to be a lower low. Does everybody understand step number 2? Type in 2 in the chat if you understand step number 2. So 9 out of every 10 teacups that you see, normally the third candle is going to be a bearish candle being a lower low. Okay, so people understanding it. Okay. Because if you understand the first 2 steps, even though it's 4 steps to the strategy, and you understand how the first 3 candles must look like, you already learned the strategy. Because steps 3 and 4 are just common sense. That's what it is. Step 3 and 4 are just common sense. So if you understand the first 2 steps and understand how the 3 candles, how you want them to look, right, and how they form, you basically got the strategy. This is why I say it's simple and easy. Because now step 3 and 4, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's too easy. Now step 3, because we understand steps 1 and 2. Cool. Step 3 is you're going to come here where it says trendline tools, right? Or if you're on your MT4, you're going to look where it says horizontal line. But right now we're using Trading View. Come here where it says trendline tools. Then you click on horizontal line. You click on that. And then you drag it, you drag the horizontal line and place it at the top of the body, boom, of the bullish and bearish candle. So step 3 is, move this up a little bit. Step 3 is, step 3, place horizontal line at the top of the body of the bullish and bearish candle. So what you're gonna do is come to the horizontal to the trend line tool. Come to the trend line tool. Click on that, go to horizontal line and place it at the top of the body of the bullish and bearish candle. Does everybody understand step number 3? Type in a 3 if you understand it. Okay, cool. So we are in the course. Now, don't you notice, right? Anytime you place a horizontal line on your screen, whether it's support, resistance, whatever it is at the time you're placing it, don't you notice that that line is attached to a number? Do you guys notice that? That anytime you place a horizontal line on the screen, if you look to the right-hand side, is attached to a number. Have you noticed that? Wherever you place a horizontal line on your screen is attached to a number. Because step 3 leads you right to step number 4 on the teacup strategy. So what is step 4? The number that's attached to this horizontal line, whatever number it is, that is your sell limit entry price. So step 4 is the number attached to your horizontal line is your sell limit price. So now your sell limit price would be sell limit 1.23382. 1.23382. 1.23382. Yeah, that is your sell limit price. So does everybody understand step number 4? Does everybody understand how step 3 leads you right to step number 4? So now, okay, so now we know, okay, cool. We see the 3 candles formed, bullish, bearish, even or close to the top of the body, right? Then the third candle, which is step number 2, was a lower low, right? A bearish candle that opened and closed lower than the previous bearish candle. So we're like, all right, we got the 3 candle sequence, cool. And the first 2 steps, we got them checked off. All right, cool, that's a teacup. So now we're gonna come here, boom, trend line tool, go to the horizontal line, click on that, right? And place it at the top of the body of the bullish and bearish candle, right on top of it. And then that horizontal line, whatever number is attached to, that is our entry price, our sell limit entry price to the market, right? Now, cool. Now we got our sell limit price, right? Now we need a stop loss. We're like, okay, well, we need a stop loss now, right? We got our sell limit price. We know what it is. Now your stop loss is always 30 pips above entry, all time frames. So your stop loss is always going to be 30 pips above entry, all time frames. So your stop loss here would have been 1.23682, 30 pips above it. I'm only willing to give back to the market if I lose 30 pips. That's all I'm willing to give up. I don't want to give them nothing more than that. I'll give them 30 pips. That's what I want to give them. I want to give them 30 pips. That's it, right? Now, you need to take profit, right? And the time frames that we're going to trade this on. So let me give you that right now. Let me give you that right now. Take profits. 1 hour, 20 to 25 pips. 4 hour, 40 to 50. Oops, sorry. 40 to 50 pips. Daily, 60 to 75 pips. So does everybody understand their stop loss? 30 pips no matter what time frame. These are the 3 time frames that we're going to trade the teacup strategy on. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. 1 hour, 20 to 25 pips. 4 hour, 40 to 50 pips. Daily, 60 to 75 pips. Those are the 3 time frames we trade in. And no matter what time frame, the most I'm giving back to the market is 30 pips. That's all. I'm greedy. I'm cheap. See, I'm cheap. I don't want to give the market back 40, 50, 60 pips. No. You get 30 from me and that's it. Take that and run. If you're going to get that from me, that's all you're going to get. Take that little 30 and run. That's the most I'm giving back to the market, right? So does everybody understand their stop loss and their take profits? Yes or no? Does everybody understand their stop loss and their take profit? Guys, this is simple. This is so simple. I'm telling you, this is simple. Okay, your take profit, we traded on 3 different time frames, Kevin. 1 hour, 20 to 25 pips. You choose 20 pips or 25 around there. The 4 hour time frame, you either want anywhere from 40 to 50 pips. You want 40, 45, 50 around there. The daily, anywhere from 60 minimum to 75. So 60, 65, 70, 75, whatever in between, whatever it is, that is the minimum we want is 60 for the daily, right? Now, what time frame am I showing you the strategy today and how many pips we need for this trade right here, for this teacup that developed to hit take profit? Let me know the time frame that I'm on and the amount of pips we need for this to hit take profit. Okay, y'all got it. 4-hour time frame, 40 to 50 pips. Now, okay, cool. So now, this was the start of the teacup right here. This was the start of the teacup. This was the start of the teacup right here. The bullish and bearish. Now, this came back and triggered right there. Triggered right there. This wick triggered your teacup. So it looks like this. And this is how you can see the U. 8, 2. So you see the U? This is how I used to look at it. This is why you say, oh man, it looks like a cup. It looks like a cup. It looks like a cup. Boom. When I would draw, I'd be like, man, it looks like a cup. So now do you see what I'm seeing? Why I call it a teacup? Because it looks like a cup. Let me know if you see what I'm seeing. See, once I draw the teacup, you're like, oh yeah, I see that. I definitely see that. I definitely see that. Now I see what he's talking about. I see what he's talking about. Right? So now, cool. The market came back around. Market came back around. Trigger our teacup. It triggered the teacup. Now we need 40 to 50 pips. Now we need 40 to 50 pips. Did it go 40? It went 40. Did it go 50? It went 50. Ultimately, at its highest point down, how many pips did it actually go down? And did that hit take profit? So this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years. This here exactly is what I've been doing for the last 5 years. Let me save this and put it on the chat so you guys can have it and you can study it. So I put my chart on the chat so you guys can download it, save it, and study it. But this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years, guys. Something simple, nothing too hard. You don't have to be a genius to learn it. And yeah, this is very, very, very simple. So this can be, guys, you can use this for anything. Because somebody's gonna ask me if I can use it, if you can use it for crypto, if you can use it for indices. Yes, if you're gonna use it for crypto and indices, what you have to do is add a 0 to everything. Add a 0 to the stop loss, add a 0 to your take profits. So if you're gonna use it for crypto or indices like US 30, NAS, Bitcoin, Ripple, just add a 0. Just add a 0 to everything. And that's it. But if you're going to use it on regular Forex pairs, then, you keep it the same. But if you're going to use it on Bitcoin, Ripple, US 30, NAS 100, XPX 500, you got to add a 0 to everything. Because obviously, those things move fast. Or just come here to where it says measuring. You click on that, and then you go to where, let's say, the price was at 1.2382, and then I just go down. And then right here, you see it says 145.3. You take away the last number. Always take away the last number and use these 3. Do I team? Yeah, I mean, if I see that the market's really going that way, then I'll move my stop loss to break even, or I'll keep moving it down to see how far I can go with it. This one, I wouldn't have gotten the whole 145. I probably would have got like 70, 75 out of this one. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have gotten the whole 140. I probably would have took it down to at least 70, 75, somewhere around there. Of course you do this with gold. I do this all day with gold. I just don't call gold on Gold Cup because that's Luke's thing. But I do this all day. I love this on gold. What? On gold? I kill gold. I kill gold with this. I'll be killing gold with this. I stay killing gold with this. Because gold moves fast, but you could get 30 pips. You could get 20, 25 pips off of gold like nothing. you can get them like nothing. Like the 3 pairs, I mean, I trade fast moving pairs. So I trade GDP NZD, and that moves fast. I trade gold and I trade US 30. And right now I'm trading a little bit of Bitcoin and Ripple, but those are like, for regular pairs, GDP NZD, gold, and then I trade US 30, NAS 100, XPS 500. But yeah, gold be moving fast. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say act like you're gonna win every trade, because no, nobody wins every trade. If I won every trade, I would just buy London. If I was to win every damn trade, I would go to London and buy the whole country. You're not gonna win every trade, you're gonna lose some. But you'll win 7 out of 10 consistently. Because I'm not one of these people that are gonna be like, oh my God, you're gonna win every trade. No, you don't win, nobody wins every trade. If we all won every trade, none of us would be on this call. We'll tell Montel, why we gotta be on this call? We win every trade. I don't have to be on this call. We're not waking up early to be on this call. If everybody that trades wins every call, ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Like I lose some. Listen, I lose. I like to say shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. You lose sometimes. What are you gonna do? You know, it's part of the game. I always say, as long as I don't mind losing I don't mind losing battles as long as I don't lose the war. It's okay to lose some battles as long as you don't lose the war. So when I take a loss, I lost the battle there. I lose battles here and there. But as long as I don't lose the war, as long as at the end of the week I'm in profit, at the end of the month I'm in profit, that's all I care about. So that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lose some battles, guys. Nobody's gonna go perfect. We're gonna lose some battles, but just don't lose the war. You know, so that's the way I see it. You know, we're gonna lose some, just win more than we lose. So I put this, I'm gonna put it again on the chat so you guys can have it. So everybody should have it right now in the chat. Everybody should have it. Make sure you download that, please. Copy it, study it, and then, you know, like I said, try a demo account. Try on a demo account and see what it does for you. You know, just see what it does for you, and see what it does for you. So, you know, like I said, guys, it's an easy strategy. Anybody can do it. You can teach it to anybody. You can teach it to your kids if you have some kids. If they're old enough, you can teach them that little strategy. Trust me, that strategy will take them a long way. It has taken me a long way. So I hope you guys learned something today. Montel, if you need anything else from me, let me know. Let me know if you need anything else from me.
Listen, Teacup, man, I'm so grateful for you, bro. Thank you so much, bro. That training was graciously received, my man. Guys, let's go drop some 7s in the chat. I mean, I think, bro, it's the simplicity, and I just got a couple questions. You know, how long have you been trading for? Because I know the way you broke it down so graciously, some people may say, okay, I want to do that in 3 months. I want to do that in 2 months. How long did it take you to get to the level that you're at now, bro?
Well, I got introduced to trading in 2015, but I didn't really pay attention to it. Then in 2016, when my back was against the wall, I started really trading. And it took me, probably 8 months to come up with that, to even look at this strategy, to see it, to first come up with it. And then, like, it took me a little bit, you know, it took me a little bit after that to make some money. But I would say it took me over a year to make some money. I've been trading since 2000, going in or every day since 2016. So 5 years. But again, this is why I tell people all the time. I didn't have the things you guys have now. You have access to this beautiful platform. I probably would have made money a lot faster if I had access to a platform like this. Prime example, on Wednesday, you know, I wake up and I go check out the Harmonic scanner. And there was a nice setup for GDP NZD. I took it straight from the Harmonic scanner. Caught like 90 pips. You see, it's like, be a product of the product.
Yeah.
You'll be much further ahead than me because I didn't have this. I had YouTube. Don't try to learn from YouTube. We have everything here. Can you make money with this in a couple of months? yeah, if you really hone in on it, if you really just everyday grind on it. But listen, trading is a profession, you know, and we all start small. I started small. Everybody starts small. Ness. Everybody knows who Ness is, right? The binary king. Everybody know who, type in the word if you know who Ness is. Everybody should know who Ness is. HFX guru. Right? Now, most people don't even know that I'm the one who signed that stuff to him.
Wow.
Ness is my brother. I've been doing multi-level marketing with Ness since 2013. Everywhere I've been in, Ness been with me. He signed up to me in every company that I've ever been in. That's my brother. We go back. We've been broke together. We've shared ice cream together. We shared lunch together. We didn't have money. That's my brother. And you see that he is the binary king. I mean, he has like $12 million in his account and stuff like that. But he started with a $500 account. You know, he said, Lou, listen, I'm going to see you in 6 months. I'm just going to focus. I'm not going to talk to nobody. I'm going to be home and I'm going to bring this $500 account up. I'm going to learn this bond and everything. You know, at that time, everybody was doing Forex. And when he called me in 6 months, that 500 was at 100 grand. And then from there to the moon, he went. In 18 months, he was at $1 million. And then now he's at 11, 12 million. So, you know, if you're trying to get rich overnight, not going to happen, you know, because I always say great things happen over time, not overnight. Great things happen over time, not overnight. So just be patient with it. Be patient. It'll work as long as you work and as long as you dedicate it. So I bring up Ness because, you know, like I said, where he's at now, man, you know, it took him some time. It took me some time. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen for you right away. Can you make money? Yes. But understand that it's still a process. You know? So
yeah, for sure. And that kind of leads into my next question, bro. You know, you said you was in network marketing with Nez before. So one thing I always talk about with the group is how hand in hand, how compatible, you know, this industry is with Forex and network marketing. And, you know, for a lot of the guys that are new on this call, how would you tell them to use it to their advantage to really, you know, hone in on the network marketing side with the trading side? Because when you look at the mindset, there's so many similarities, bro. So could you kind of just talk about how you kind of came from that network marketing background and how you transitioned into trading to seeing such success that you're seeing right now in trading as well?
Well, so for me, it was a little different because I had to, since I've been in network marketing since 2012, 2013, when I came to IM, I had to reinvent myself because, you know, people see me go through company to company to company. So I had to really learn how to trade. But the beautiful thing about it is that the company, you can win both ways with the company. Because think about it. There's a lot of people that will never do network marketing because they don't want to talk to people. But you have a product here that they don't have to talk to people, right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Right.
Because I came from a travel company, then I did some tea. It's when I did a tea company where, you know, so like, think about it. You're in a company where the person that you bring in might never want to talk to nobody. That's what a lot of people don't do network marketing. But you got something that you can say, hey, listen, you can learn a skill set. And you don't have to talk to a soul. You can use our products. You can make money with us. Boom, that's one angle. Second angle is that once they get in, right, and this is a beautiful thing, because this is how you bring them from trading to network marketing. Once they get in and they make $10, first, their belief level is going to go through the roof, right? And number two, they're going to have so much excitement that they're going to want to share it. They're going to have the excitement level is going to be so big that they don't want to keep their mouth shut about it. They want to post about it. They want to share it. You know? So even you have to be patient with people. Because this is the thing. There's 3 types of people. And I want you to write this down because this is going to help you as you go along now and you talk to people after this. Number 1, the person, the A person that just wants to trade. We've all gotten those, right? That says, listen, I want to come in, I want to talk to nobody, I just want to trade. We've gotten those, right or wrong? We've all gotten those. The A person, we're going to put that person as the letter A. I just want to trade. Just want to trade. All right, cool. Then we got the B person. The person that comes in that just wants to trade, but is willing to get their 2 to waive their fees. You've had those people, right? Mm-hmm. Right. We've had the B person, the BB. Will come in, They just want to trade, but they do want to get 2, so they don't have to pay the 175. We've all gotten those people. And then we've gotten C. The person that comes in and says, hey, I want to do both right away. Immediately, I want to do both. And when you get a C, you're excited because you're like, okay, he or she gonna trade, but they want to build the business too. So you're gonna get excited because you got a C, right? Now I want you to follow me here. Your job, right? Your job is to get the person from A to B, right? Just transition that person from A at the beginning. Let them be an A. Let them learn how to trade. Let them make a little bit of money. And then you're gonna get them from A to B, where you're like, listen, you're making some money trading, right? You're making some money trading. You're gonna want to shit it. Put it up on social media, man. Like, yo, be proud of show people what you're learning. And then subconsciously, what you're doing to them without them even knowing is that you're actually letting them promote the business. They don't even, they in their mind, they're like, yo, you know what? Let me put this up, man. I'm excited. I'm learning something. Boom. But you actually getting them to promote the business. And now that A person promotes something, right? Because you tell them, listen, you're doing great. Just put it up. So show people what you're doing, man. You should be proud of yourself. Okay, cool. They post it up. Then A is gonna come back to you. Hey, listen, Montel. Yo, man, I posted this, and I got what? How do I answer these DMs? Right? That's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, here she goes, Montel. Listen, I posted the charts and I made some money. And now I got people hitting me up like, how do I answer this question? People want to know what it is. Now you just converted without the A knowing to a B, because you're gonna be like, hey, listen, look at this. You got people curious about it, people contact you about it. Wow, you might as well waive your fees, right? Look how many people are contacting you. We could get 2 to waive your fees. Boom, you just transition the person from A to B, right?
Yeah.
Now, the B person that comes in, right? He or she already wants their 2, so that's cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the B person their 2 right away. Hey, give me a list of 50 people. We're gonna get 2. I want to knock out this 175. I don't even want this 175 to even smell your card. Boom. We knock out their 2 within the first week. Now you told the B person, listen, let me ask you a question. You see how easy it was for us to get you 2? You know, if you get 1 more, you're gonna start getting paid 150. And they're gonna be like, shit, I got 2 in 1 week. I could get 1 more easily. Now the B person, without that person knowing, got to C. And when we get the A person, see, we got to push everybody to C. So the B person, we already got them to C. The A, we transform that person to the B. Now that they got their 2, right, and they got their free membership, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be, listen, you didn't want to talk to nobody. Then you made a post. Now you got 2 people. Listen, you might as well just get 1 more and get residual income. Now you're making money from trading and residual. Now you just converted the A person to B, and then from B to C. The ultimate goal is to convert everybody to C. And that's how you do it. That's how I've been successful.
Wow, bro.
You can't press upon a person. See, the problem a lot of people have is that when a person tells them they want to trade, they try to force them to be a C. You can't force a person that mentally came into this wanting to be an A. You know, you got to gradually get them baby steps to B, and then boom, when they cleared B, they're easy for C. Because a lot of people, let's be honest, a lot of people that come into this business be like, yo, I just want to trade. How many of you guys I get that all the time. I get so many people that come like, yo, so I'll join, but I just want to trade. I just want to trade. Like, out of every 10 people you talk to that come into your business, 80% of them gonna be like, they just want to trade. So instead of rebelling against those people and trying to force it upon them, nah, you do it gradually, man. Because people like to be led. But you got to know when to lead them. You can't force it on them. Got to know when to come in and lead them. All right, they're ready to be led. They've been trading. They see success at HFX or in Forex. You know what? Hey, yo, man, put a post up, man. Man, be proud of it. Boom. They don't even know that they're posting up to really promote. They don't know. They happy. They're like, yeah, you know what? I'm proud of myself, man. Let me post that. And then once they get that, once they hit you back with that text, yo, what do I say? Man, got it. We're gonna get to that too. Listen, this is a system that I use with my team. Because the problem what a lot of people was having is people were leaving because it was getting forced upon them to build the business. And you need to understand not everybody likes to talk to people or feel comfortable talking to people. So cool, you know what? This company is built off of customers. The more customers that come into your business that they say they want to trade, I work with them all. I don't be like, oh no, I want somebody that wants to build a business. No, come. I'm here to hug you, here to hold you. Because I already know what I'm going to do with you. You want to trade? Come in, trade, let's make money, blah, blah, blah. Come, all of them. 100 want to come in as customers, come all in. I got you. Because I know what I'm going to do with y'all. It's going to take me a little time, but I know what I'm going to do with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all trying to rush this. You're trying to rush to this rank. Take it easy. It's going to happen, but we got to reel them in. We reel them in. You know what I'm saying? We reel them in. They catch a couple of fishes, and then all of a sudden, boom, like, yo, you've been catching some fishes. Man, show it on Instagram, man. Like, man, that's cool. And watch. Just reel that person into a B, and eventually you're going to get them to C. And the B person is the easiest person to get to C because that person already has the mindset of talking to people to waive their fees. So once they get 2, you're like, yo, why don't you just add on a 3rd and get residual income? They're like, you know what? That makes sense. Boom. And that's how you do it.
Wow, bro. Listen, man. I'm flabbergasted, bro. It's so simple. I love everything that you've broken down, from the trading to the building. The simplicity of it has been absolutely insane, and the value's been crazy. And this kind of leads to my last question, because you covered a lot in the last one. But, you know, seeing the success that you've seen trading, seeing the success that you've seen building the business here in IM, if you was to go back to the very beginning, right? I know we got a lot of new customers on this call. If you was to go back to the very start, what advice would you give yourself to when you first started, bro?
What advice? If I could go back right now to the beginning.
Yeah.
The best advice that I would give anybody is to enjoy the journey. This is a journey. This is the journey for all of us here to get to our end destination, to our goal. Enjoy the journey. Embrace it. I tell myself, embrace the failures. Don't push it too much on people. Like, that's one thing I see on Instagram that I feel like people do wrong, because after a while, like, you know, you alienate people when you keep talking about the same thing over and over and over. Oh, you're never gonna do this, you're never gonna do that. But you can post it once in a while here and there. But my advice to people is, don't press it upon people. The right people will seek you out. Sometimes you try to press it and you seek out the wrong people in your business. The people that end up wasting your time. The right people will seek you out. So don't force it upon people. Don't get on it. Don't join today and all of a sudden you're a Forex guru, this and that, because then, you know, you alienate people. People don't want to deal with you. Oh, God, another one to post like this, another. Not, you know, I was patient. And I was in a different situation because I couldn't be posting because I needed to get my credibility back. But, you know, don't rush the process. Enjoy the journey. Trust the process, you know, and you got to have patience with this. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2012, 2013. I made my first million in 2019, like my first $1 million in network marketing 2019. You know, like it takes some time, but you know what? If somebody would tell you, listen, in 7 years from now or 6 years from now, you're gonna make your first $1 million, you'll all sign up for it because you see the end. You see what's gonna happen at the end. Right now, you don't know what's gonna happen in 6 years from now, so you're like iffy. But if you knew that in 6 years from now, if you stay around, you're gonna make $1 million. That's 6 years. You'll all sign up for it. But you have to see that that's how it's gonna be for you. You know, that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna take time. Most of you guys probably not even 30 years old on this call. You know, I started network marketing at the age of, I started it at 32. Right? Matter of fact, my 32nd birthday is when I signed up to World Ventures at that time. So I started this at 32. It took me to 38, the year of 38 to actually become a millionaire. Like, hey, listen, you know, in network marketing, it's okay. Like, you guys have time. Like, you know, like you guys have time and embrace it. Because when you get to your destination, when you get to your goal, you're going to enjoy the nights that you was out there maybe busting it or taking a train or you You went with your last to an event and you was there sitting, you was in the back of the room, now you're in the front of the room. Like I've started in the back of the room. My first network marketing convention, I was all the way in the bleachers up top. I said, one day I'm gonna get down there. But I stood around long enough to get down there. And that's what most of you guys, I tell you, stick around long enough. You know, don't make it as a 6-month plan, a 2-month plan, a 1-year plan. Give yourself 3 to 5 year plan, you know? And that's the best. I mean, I already had that, but I'm going to give y'all the advice because a lot of you guys are new. You know, just enjoy this part, you know, and enjoy the process, trust it, because it's going to happen, you know? You're going to get your time.
Wow. Bro, I'm blown away, man. Honestly, I'm blown away. I just want to, you know, express gratitude, love towards you, bro. You know, I definitely respect you. I know the whole entire team respects you, bro. And, you know, your story's been amazing. It's something that really gravitated me towards you when I first actually joined, you know, hearing you on stage and seeing you as someone that had the results and went through a journey that I was willing to go through. So, you know, it's just been a pleasure to have you on the school, bro. It's been a full circle moment of being that person at the back of the crowd, like you just said, listening to you and now being on a call with you, which is just an absolute blessing, bro. So I really do appreciate you. Appreciate the time that you took out of your day. And guys, let's go and show some love, man. His name on Instagram, right, is Mr. Teacup _, right? So again, Lisaldo Tavarez, his name is Mr. Teacup _. Go drop him a like, go drop him a follow, go tag him, go repost him, go show some love. And go drop some thank yous in the chat box, bro, because honestly, you just gave so much value, bro. And that's what I really appreciate and love about you, man. So many, many, many more times we're going to be doing this in the future. I'm excited for the future. And bro, you know, when you come down to London, right, we got you.
Oh, no. When I come down to London, we're going to do this live.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do this live. You know, I'm just dying to get out and, you know, move around. Like I said, you know, London was my first time leaving the country in 5 years because I had a passport issue. But like, I want to be doing this live. You know, this is like what I want to do. So I can't wait to get to London, man. I love the city. You know, so when I'm there, man, we're gonna do something like this live.
Wow. And bro, you know, I see in the chat box we got a big group in Seychelles. I don't know if you know, but that's one of the best islands I've actually seen. So I think they want you out there as well, bro. I mean,
where's that at? Where's that at? Is that like a piece of London? Where's that? I don't even know. Where's that at?
Seychelles is actually East Africa. It's East Africa. So.
Oh, no, listen. You know, it's funny. So I had a flyer put out like during the middle of 2019 of I was going to do a world tour 2020. So I had a bunch of places in Africa, you know, places that, again, I haven't been able to go to because I didn't have a passport for so long. But yeah, listen, man, I'm everywhere. Once we able to go, trust me, Teacup will be there. I'm not staying here. I won't be home for like a year and a half. I'm going to be on the road. So wherever you guys want me to pull up at, you let me know. You know what I'm saying? That's how people do here in the States. They tell me to pull up, I pull up, you know? So just tell me to pull up, have a nice event ready for me, and I'll do what I do. And that's it. We take it from there.
Yes, sir. Listen, man, we most definitely got you, bro. Again, love and appreciate you, man. I don't want to take up your time. I know you're a busy guy. C100 is totally done, bro. Keep spreading love, value to everyone like you do. Really do appreciate you and everything you done for the group and myself today, man. So thank you so much, bro. Really do appreciate it.
My brother, man. Have a great weekend. Everybody on the call, have a great weekend. And anytime you need me, just hit me up, my brother.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Guys, so moving on to the last bit of news that I really wanted to go over. You know, this has been a fantastic training. This is something that has really just allowed me to even visualize further into the future, right? You know, just seeing amazing educators like Teacup come on the call, grace the call. We're going to be doing some crazy events. But I just really wanted to bring this to a close by bringing up the next event, right? Next week, you guys do not want to leave this call yet, okay? This call is about to end with a big bang. So we kind of spoke about this briefly, but next week, guys, we have quite possibly the biggest call of the year. We spoke about it at the beginning of the year when I was highlighting certain things that we're going to be doing this year, but next year, you're going to be hearing from someone that's been in the industry for over 16 years, right? Someone that I look up to as a mentor, someone that I speak to on a day-to-day basis, right? Someone that's guided me and helped me through so much. you know, is truly responsible for a lot of my success and a lot of my transformation, guys. You know, he's going to be on the call with us next week, Saturday, 2 p.m. next week, Saturday, guys. When I tell you, you want to get as many of your friends, as many as your family members, the people that would say no to you normally, get them on this call, guys. The people that would say, they would laugh at you, the people that were laughing at you when you first joined business and when you first said you was doing business, get them on this call. If there's anyone that can turn a skeptical to a believer, is this individual, right? This man is someone that is the highest paid African-American earner in the entire industry, right? And his word really does speak for itself. His name speaks for itself, right? But the words he speaks, when he speaks, he will allow you to believe, he will allow you to see the future, and he will allow you to actually really go out there and achieve great success. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see this amazing flyer. You know, shout out to Charmin, you know, done a fantastic job of actually putting this together for us. So you guys should be able to see my screen right now. We're gonna drop this in the chat, you know, straight after this call, guys. But I'm telling you, you wanna get this everywhere. I'm gonna be personally posting about this every single day, right? Every single day, I will be posting about this on my social media. You know, it's gonna be off the chains, family, right? So every single day, I would encourage you to do the same thing. I'm not just gonna post about my story, but I'm actually gonna be posting about this